Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jacob Kaufman, I'm in the street, and today we are taking a look at the Xfce desktop environment. Alright everyone, as you can see, we are using Xubuntu, or Xubuntu, however you want to pronounce it, to test out Xfce today. So let it be known that this is Ubuntu's, customized version. Xfce is sort of a lightweight desktop environment. It's much more lightweight than GNOME or KDE. It's comparable with LXDE in terms of weight, how fast your computer needs to be to run it. So definitely a good option to run on older computers. As you can see, pretty minimalistic desktop here. We do have desktop icons, unlike GNOME 3, which does not have any icons on the desktop by default. Xfce does have desktop icons, just basic stuff, trash, any mounted file systems. We do have a clock up at the top right of your panel, and Xfce calls all of these things panels. If we start at the right, like I said, we've got a clock with a calendar. I believe this might integrate with some applications, no idea which ones. But yeah, always handy to have. We've got volume control, and we've got Gmusic browser, so that sounds just like a generic music application. Not even sure if it's installed though. Yeah, it is installed. But yeah, as you can see, there will be built-in play and pause controls for some audio browsers there. We've got a quick link to your sound settings where you can, adjust your sound card, adjust what your output and input devices are doing, and whatnot. Hey, look at that. That's weird. Next, we've got your internet button, and right now, we've got wired connection. You'll click this to connect to Wi-Fi if you have a laptop or a computer that connects to the internet via Wi-Fi. There's just standard network settings here. We've got all of this blank space, I believe, when you open anything up. As you can see, this kind of acts as a taskbar. So we open that up, we open this up, we open this up. We can switch between all of our windows using the bar at the top. Very handy. And then at the very left of the panel here, we've got a menu. And forgive me, I actually have not used the latest version of Xfce before, just a couple minutes ago when I was just exploring it for this video. So in the past, I thought there used to be a dock at the bottom of Xfce that was included in Xfce. I'm pretty sure there was one, but I don't see it right now. So I'm assuming that either the latest version of Xfce or maybe the latest version of Xubuntu took the dock out. So yeah, if that is still in Xfce and it's an Xubuntu thing, then I apologize for that not being entirely accurate. But you can install third-party docks. I know many people install, I don't know, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there are lots of third-party dock applications for Linux that you can install. I've used many of them in the past, and Xfce works very well with them because you've got this blank space at the bottom. You can easily put a dock, make this perform kind of like Mac OS. But like I said, at the top left, we have an applications menu, and I think this was modified in the last version to be a little more navigatable. As you can see, we've got buttons here on the side for favorites, recently used, and then we got all our different categories. So rather than like an expanding list, we've got like the button, the two-column thing going on. At the bottom here, we've got the user's name. Just in case you forget your name, you can just go to your menu, and there it is. And then we've got your settings panel, and this is the Xfce settings panel. It's got more options than GNOME 3 does, not as many as KDE. It's more comparable to KDE, much more customizable than GNOME at this point. So yeah, lots of things you can customize. We've got desktop background, screensaver, workspaces, things like that. I'll try and figure out how workspaces work in a minute here. Next we've got, what's this, lock screen, and that brings your screensaver up or turns it off. And then you need to put in your password again before you can do anything else. And then finally we have log out, which it gives you a prompt. You can log out, restart, shut down, or suspend. So yeah, that is the menu. And yeah, this is a little bit different than the cascading menu that you might be used to if you're in Windows, one of the older Windowses. But this is pretty simple to get a hang of, as you can see. A lot of these programs included in this are not actually the Xfce programs, but they are Ubuntu's programs that they include in all of their stuff. However, the file manager here is the regular Xfce file manager. It is called Thunar. And apologies if I think I'm saying that correctly, actually. So yeah, Thunar is, I don't know, pretty nice. Looks like we can just, resize to have all of our icons move around there, so everything's automatically kept in a grid. We can move things. Yeah, everything's kept in a grid. Everything's kept sorted by default. Obviously, like I said, you can change a lot of stuff in Xfce. We've got our devices on the side here, easily eject things. We've got places, desktop, our trash can, any network drives there. So yeah, and this is just standard Linux file system here. So yeah, that's Xfce. As you can see, if we open up like something, you do have the icons in the top right, just like Windows or KDE. We've got the close button, we've got the maximize button, makes it take up the entire screen. Minimize button brings it up to the taskbar here. Pretty simple. What's this up button do? So Xfce has this nice little feature, I guess. You can, I think it's called like, I forget what it's called. Something to do with like window wipers or like shades or something. But you can kind of roll up your window there. So if you've got like, let's say you've got a bunch of windows open at once, and you still want all of these open, but you want to just kind of get some of them out of the way, you can roll up a couple of your windows, and it's just like the window goes away, but the title bar is still there. So yeah, that's interesting. Interesting feature there. Now, Xfce does include virtual desktops. As you can see, what I'm doing right now is I'm scrolling between the virtual desktops. All right, let me figure out how this works here, because normally in Xfce there is there's a widget on the bar at the top that lets you get between your workspaces, but right now, like, I'm scrolling down, brings me to workspace 2, scroll up, brings me back to workspace 1. So that's what I'm doing. I'm scrolling with my mouse wheel right now to get between the virtual desktops. But let's see, if we go into the panel properties, let's see, panel preferences, items, as you can see, it's very easy to customize your panel in Xfce. We've got all kinds of settings menus, and we can go here, click add new item, and if we search workspace switcher, that's what we want. So we can easily add that. I'm not sure why that's not on there automatically. Kind of odd that it's not actually, but we'll bring our workspace switcher all the way up here. So now you can see we've got our 4 workspaces, workspace 1, workspace 2, workspace 3, workspace 4, just like, I don't know, just like any workspace switcher that goes in your title bar. So yeah, that is Xfce, the desktop environment. Like I said, it's very, very extendable. I'm pretty sure there is a dock you can add somewhere in the settings. It just might not be there by default anymore. Or you can install third-party docks to go at the bottom of your screen or on the sides. You can customize your panel really easily. Really easy to customize your panel. You can, make it vertical. You can make it, like we can make it taller or shorter. We can increase the number of rows that it has. So like now, see, we've got you guys see what I'm doing. I'm just screwing with how this how this works. So now we've got automatically show and hide. See how much we can change. All I'm doing right now is I'm showing you how much you can change just by going through and like doing things like this. So see, now it looks nothing like Xfce at all anymore. But Xfce is a really, really extensible desktop environment. You can really go and customize things exactly the way you want them. Basically, you can build your own desktop environment using the Xfce desktop environment, if none of the other ones suit you well. Personally, I would stick with the default settings, but I've already shown you the default settings. So for now, I am Jacob Kaufman. I'm in the streets, and I will see you guys later. See ya.